This next one sounds obvious, but even experienced low-stakes players forget it in the heat of battle. Let me show you an example. Say you raise ace-queen offsuit to 20 over a limper. Remember, we're going to try to avoid multi-way pots. And indeed, only the limper calls. Now, the flop is jack-10 deuce, giving you 2 overcards and a backdoor straight draw. You c-bet, the limper calls. The turn is a 6, you keep barreling. The limper keeps calling. And the river is another jack. You now really want to blast the opponent out of the pot and you go all in. The limper doesn't even flinch and calls with 10-9 offsuit and scoops the massive pot. Now, if you don't know anything about this particular villain, such a triple barrel bluff might not be a terrible idea. But if I told you that this villain tends to call big bets with any pair, then this bluff seems terrible. Yet so many ambitious players will still attempt to bluff such a calling station. The reason is the same root cause as in the example above. They feel entitled to win a pot. In the previous example, it was because of their strong pre-flop hand. In the current example, it is because they know that they are much better than their opponent. So what's the solution for this? As soon as you realize if a player is call happy, you have to totally flip the script. You need to stop bluffing and instead value bet super thinly. And I mean super thinly. If in this example you have queen 10, that's when you can triple barrel for value against this opponent because you know he won't fold a pair. So don't bluff calling stations, but go for razor thin value. This exploit comes straight out of my cheat sheet Exploit Every Player type that you can get totally for free by clicking the link in the description below. But all of the strategies I've shown you so far barely matter if you can't get the next one right, because imagine you are learning to play the guitar. When you start, you're not dreaming about practicing those scales up and down, you're dreaming about playing that impressive solo. But you can't play that impressive solo without having mastered those boring scales. And poker is exactly the same. I see so many players who are fascinated by big river bluffs and outplaying their opponents. But then they can't fold their second pair to a big bet, or they raise a7 offsuit in early position. Like the guitar player has to start with practicing scales before they can play that solo, we poker players have to master the boring fundamentals of our game. Knowing what hands to open in each position, having default sizes for raises and 3-bets, knowing what hands to call a raise with, all of these things. Yes, you won't be in the limelight by doing this, but you will be profitable. So focus on the fundamentals, especially pre-flop, before you start trying to outplay your opponents.